I'm Steve. This is my first video, so kind of excuse the amateur quality of it. But I have started making a holster a couple years ago called the Insider. Everybody wanted an inside the waistband holster, and there's a lot of them around. The problem is they're expensive. And I thought, this is just a piece of Kydex and a little bit of leather, some rivets, a clip. I just don't see any reason that a person should have to pay $60, $80, $100, $150 for a good holster. So I set out to make them and sell them. I mostly started by selling them to my friends, and as you can see, it's a great fit. This one's for a Taurus 709 Slim, but I make them for almost any popular gun out there. I called some of my friends. I said, look, if I could make some holsters, would you help me cover the material costs? And everybody said, sure. So I got started. I ended up diving into this, and what started out as a casual hobby became an obsession. So 2 years later, I'm looking around and I realize I've got a lot more holsters than friends, so I decided to start selling holsters online. I'd like you to take a look at this. This holster I make and sell for $40, $10 shipping will get it anywhere in the lower 48 states. I've never shipped one out of the 48 states, so I have no idea what it cost. I'm sure by the time I sent it to Hawaii, Alaska, anywhere overseas, it wouldn't be worth the extra price. As you can see, metal clips, rivets. I don't use screws. I know some of them have screws with lots of holes and supposed adjustments and everything on them, but what I've found is nobody actually adjusts them, and the screws eventually come loose, plus they add to the cost. This holster is designed for one thing. It's designed to be worn. It's designed, actually, I guess, for two things, because it's designed to be worn comfortably. I build this holster to use. This is horsehide, and it's top quality horsehide. This is top quality Kydex, and this holster, I've been wearing this one daily now for months. As you can see, it shows no wear, a little bit of discoloration on the edges, but other than that, I mean, it pretty much looks like it did the day I built it. It does now have a definite shape for my body. That's one of the things that I love about horsehide. As you can see, the holster starts to mold to your body, and after a while, it gets to the point where when you put it on, it just drops into the same spot over and over. Kind of gets rid of a lot of the adjustment hassle. I make this holster for a lot of Glocks, M&Ps. I make a lot of 1911 ones, although personally I think that's a little big for a carry gun, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people don't. I was watching Hickok 45's video the other day, who I consider to be a really smart guy and makes great videos. I wish I knew as much about guns as he does. And even he in his video said, if you want a good quality holster, expect to pay $60 to $80 up to $150 for a holster. I just don't think that's right. I think that a good holster should be had for under $50, or at least $50 as a cap for a holster like this. Now, I agree, if it's a leather holster that's stitched, got all kinds of fancy leather work on it, stamping, double, with an inside liner, sure, you're gonna run the bill up quick. I mean, I make leather holsters too. I'm certainly not a leather master, but I make a pretty decent looking holster. It's hard to make a holster with a liner and stamp it and keep it under $75. I still don't think it needs to be $150, but anyway, that aside, like I say, I think that a holster like this should be bought a lot cheaper than $80 to $100. Here in a second, I'm going to shut the camera down. I'm going to put the holster on, show you how it fits. Then I'm going to have a friend of mine come in later. He's a lot better looking guy than I am, a lot skinnier, so you'll be able to see more of him and less of the holster. But I just wanted to get a close-up of the holster first, let you see it, let you see the workmanship of it, how it fits. I can make this with leather instead of horsehide if you want. Some people like the leather because they're sensitive, and the horsehide is stiff. The only thing about the leather is it has on the back, it has a much more pronounced fuzz or rough texture to it, and that irritates some people, so you might think about that. The horsehide, a little harder to break in, but once it's broke in, fits a lot better. The leather a little softer to start with, but in my opinion, it just never really molds to your body, never gives you the good fit, and and never really stays in place like a good horsehide holster. Plus, I have no doubt that 10 years from now, the horsehide will have held up better than the leather will. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to shut this down for a minute, put this on, just show you real quick how it hides, how it draws, and then what I will do is turn around and like I say, have another friend of mine with a little farther away pictures where you can see him actually draw the holster. I've got a little video that I did to start with, but it wasn't very good, and a lot of people commented they couldn't see the holster, so I'm going to get rid of it and replace it with this one, and hopefully it'll answer more questions. I do have a website. It's called FightNGear.com. That's fight, the letter N, and then gear.com. It is not ING, it's just FightNGear.com. You can go there. It tells a little bit more and kind of how to order the holsters. I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a shot, see what you think of the holster. Obviously, there's a lot of people trying to get your money. I'm just one of them. But anyway, keep me in mind. I'll be back on in just a second with the holster on. Thanks.